How's it going, everybody? Tommy Star here with TD Healthy 2015, bringing you another Blu-ray update video. Well, it's been about a month and a half, 6-7 weeks since my last update. I've been busy doing other things, doing other videos, if you guys have been noticing. The top 10 videos I've been putting up and stuff. But I got a couple nice stacks down there. If you guys can see that, some Blu-ray goodness that I've added to my Blu-ray collection lately. So I think it was about time to go ahead and show you guys what I got. So I got this upgraded phone. I went upgraded from the 6 to the 6S or whatever it is. It's 16 gigs and now I'm up to 64. So kind of quadrupled memory space on my phone. So hopefully I shouldn't have to do all these part 1, part 2, part 3. I guess we'll find out as we go along here. Yeah, so we're gonna give it a shot. Hopefully, I got plenty of memory now to put these videos into one video. So we'll see how it goes. So anyway, I know that these are always Blu-ray updates. I don't actually really buy DVDs anymore, except for pretty much horror. Like every now and then, if I come across some rare horror DVDs, I might pick them up. And another one in particular I'm going to show you, but just 2 quick DVDs I want to show you guys that I got, and then we'll get into the Blu-rays. Okay, so I picked up The Last House on the Left. This was the original. I had the remake, but I wanted the original. There's a few select horror DVDs that I still want to add to my collection. So I seen this at Half Price Books. I actually been going to Half Price Books lately. I didn't even know the selections of DVDs and Blu-rays that they sell at Half Price Books. So I'm definitely going to start hitting up Half Price Books for my Blu-ray collections and things like that. But anyway, I seen Half Price at Half Price Books, $4.99. The Last House on the Left, the original. Had to pick it up real quick. Definitely wanted it. So there you go. And then of course the complete first season of Scream, the TV show. I had talked about this, I think, in one of my other videos about wanting to get this, but I don't know why they haven't released it on Blu-ray. I don't know why they do that sometimes with things. They don't release them on Blu-ray, only on DVD. But whatever, I waited, hoping that maybe it would come to Blu-ray and I'd pick it up. Maybe it still might at some point, and then I guess if that happens, I'll probably upgrade. But this really wasn't that expensive. It started at like 21 and finally worked its way down to like 12 at Best Buy, which is where I picked it up. But I've been really wanting to watch this because I'm such a big fan of Scream, and I just wanted to pick it up. I hear a lot of good things about this TV show, so I definitely wanted to check it out. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. There's just a couple of DVDs I picked up. Okay, so getting right into it with my Blu-ray update. Starting things out with a couple of horror titles I picked up. I got Psycho on Blu-ray. This is, of course, the Pop Art series that Best Buy and Walmart released. I really like these new, these new artworks that the Pop Art series put out. There's a lot of different selections you guys can get, like Weird Science, Breakfast Club. I think the Birds have one too. I'd like to pick up that one. I didn't see it at Best Buy when I was there, but I had this on DVD, and then I have all the other ones in a separate collection on DVD. So since I had this alone already on DVD, I figured I'd pick this up because I loved the Pop Art version. And if you guys have been noticing, it's not just the slip, it's also underneath too. So really cool collection that Pop Art has been doing. There's a few other ones I'd like to get at some point, but I really like the Psycho one, so I picked it up. So Psycho on Blu-ray, I'm looking forward. I haven't even opened it yet. Looking forward to seeing the Blu-ray transfer on this one because as you know, this is an old movie, and I love the way they clean up old movies, so I'm pretty eager to see. Okay, so here's another one I came across at Half Price Books: Tucker and Dale versus Evil. God, I love this movie. It is so hilarious. Comedy horror film. If you guys haven't seen this movie, I definitely will recommend this movie. It is so funny. Basically about these two redneck brothers that they buy this piece of shit cabin out in the woods that they call a fixer-upper. And they're out there and they come across these kids, and they both kind of have the wrong impression of each other. Tucker and Dale have the wrong impression of the kids, and the kids have the wrong impression of them. And the kids think that they're killers and whatnot, and so they're trying to basically prove that they're killers, and basically try to try to stop them or whatever you want to say. And through the process, they end up killing themselves through like accident. It's so funny. And then Tucker and Dale are watching this. I know, oh my God, I can't believe it. They're killing each other. Why are they doing this? And it's just so freaking hilarious. And I had this on DVD, and I was really happy to actually come across it on Blu Ray. I guess I didn't even know they had it on Blu Ray. I never really looked this up. But I seen it, $10. Definitely had to grab this. But if you haven't seen this movie, pick it up. It is so freaking hilarious. I hear that they got a part 2 in the works right now, so definitely looking forward to seeing that. Okay, so the last horror title I picked up is Green Room. I've been wanting to get this movie for a while. I talked about it a few times, and I finally had to get it. I mean, it came highly recommended by a lot of the YouTubers that I follow, and I just had to see it. It was a blind buy. I got a semi-decent deal on this. I think it was about $15 on Blu Ray. So I just picked it up, had to watch it, and I tell you, I mean, all the things that I heard about it are definitely true. It's a very unique, stylish type of horror film. I don't know if you exactly want to call it a horror film. It's, I guess, I don't know, it's hard to say, kind of a thriller horror, I guess you want to call it. Of course, it stars Anton Yelchin, who, if any of you have heard, had recently passed away in a freak accident, and I kind of read about it, and kind of a sad story. Definitely a great up-and-coming actor that I thought did a fantastic job in this film, and really sad to find out what happened to him. Patrick Stewart, delivers as usual in this film, but like I said, kind of a really different, kind of unique idea for a film. I thought it was put together very well. Great acting, and something kind of different. Basically, it's about this this band, this like punk band, that are basically just trying to get gigs, whatever gigs they can get. And trying to make it from gig to gig, like siphoning gas out of vehicles and stuff. And they end up getting this gig at this place. And when they get there, they end up, the people there tell them don't go back in this room. And they go back there and they find out that some of the people that kind of run the place end up killing this girl, and they basically are now witnesses. So they end up trapping the whole band in this room. Their plan is obviously just to kill them and get rid of them to so they don't go to the police and whatnot. And it's just pretty much about the band trying to fight back, and it's such a cool, like I said, a cool idea for a horror movie, or just for any kind of movie for that matter. Definitely check this movie out. I totally agree with all the recommendations that I got. Definitely a unique, different kind of a movie worth watching, worth owning if you're a collector. But really, really good movie. I really liked it. So I'm happy I owned it. Like I said, a blind buy based on recommendation. Do not regret getting it. Happy to watch it. I'm happy to have this, and I really want to watch it again a second time, because with me, movies are always much better the second time around when I watch them, because you end up missing things and whatnot. But anyway, check this movie out if you haven't seen it yet. Green Room. All right, so now we're gonna get into my A to Z titles. With a recent release I picked up not too long ago with Tom Hiddleston. I Saw the Light, the story of Hank Williams. I have almost watched this movie so many times. I keep bringing it to my parents' house to watch it with them, and for some reason we never get around to doing it. I'm going to be watching this very, very soon. I was hoping I can give more of a review about it in this update, but I can't because I haven't seen it yet. Like I said, it's the story of Hank Williams, and I think what really caught my eye, I mean, one, obviously, you guys all know I like biopics. But when I found out Tom Hiddleston played the role of Hank Williams, I was like, wow, that's awesome. I only really know him from obviously playing Loki in the MCU. I haven't really seen him in a lot of other films, and really intrigued to the idea of him playing Hank Williams. So excited to watch this movie. Like I said, I love biopics. I watched the preview for this. The preview looks really good. So I got to get on this soon. I will. Cannot wait to see this movie. I heard nothing but good things about it. So yeah, I Saw the Light. Really good, a really good looking film, and I can't wait to watch it. So, all right, next we got a great classic of the 80s, The Great Outdoors. This is one of those 4 Best Buy exclusive releases of a couple of 80s titles that came out. For a while there, I couldn't find them at my Best Buys. I think it was The Great Outdoors, The Dream Team, The Money Pit, and The Burbs. So I actually, like I said, I mean, a few weeks went by, and none of my Best Buys got them, and then finally one day I was there, and I seen they had them all. So I definitely picked up this one. This is the one I wanted out of all four of them for sure. Dan Aykroyd and John Candy are just, they're best in this movie. I just love this movie. It's so funny, such a classic, been a favorite of mine for many, many years, and it was really cool to see it on Blu Ray. The others I'm not really too interested in. I mean, I probably get, The Burbs. I've never even seen that movie, believe it or not. I'm a big Tom Hanks fan, but I've never seen the movie. So I wasn't real fast on picking that one up. I probably will at some point because, I'd like to eventually try to get as many Tom Hanks movies as I can. But the other one I do want to get, though, is The Money Pit. I've liked that movie. That movie was kind of cool. So I would like to get that one. Like I said, just pick this one up for now. And then the other one, The Dream Team, I know a little bit about it. I've never seen it, but not really that interested in getting that one. But yeah, The Great Outdoors, great movie. Love it. Like I said, Dan Aykroyd and John Candy are just hilarious in this movie, and it looked really good on Blu-ray. I've already watched it, so Great Outdoors, gotta love it. All right, so next it takes us to Groundhog Day, a movie I've been wanting to get on Blu-ray for a very long time. Came across it at Half Price Books. Haven't really seen it out in stores recently since I got into Blu-rays, and it was just one of those ones I had in my Amazon cart. Going to be picking up soon, but I came across it at Half Price Books. Like I said, I found a lot of cool titles there. Now, decent price, $7.99, not bad at all. This is definitely one of my favorite Bill Murray films, right up there with like What About Bob, and of course Ghostbusters. But I was happy to see this movie. I've already watched it on Blu-ray. I think it looks terrific. A lot of cool features on this film. But I mean, this movie is just so cool. Definitely kind of a one-of-a-kind type idea of a movie. And I've always liked it, and happy to finally own this on Blu-ray. All right, next up here is a movie that kind of slipped through the cracks with me. I didn't really know that this had come out, didn't really know a lot about it. Of course, Hitchcock, a little biopic on Alfred Hitchcock, with Anthony Hopkins, taking the lead role. Pretty sweet cast. Of course, Scarlett Johansson, Jessica Biel. Also, Ralph Macchio has a little role in this as well. This movie is, like I said, a biopic on Alfred Hitchcock, and from what I've read and seen in the trailer, it kind of focuses around the making of Psycho, when he was trying to get that movie made and get it produced and whatnot, and apparently had a lot of issues trying to get that done. But yeah, I mean, just a movie that looks really interesting to me. I love biopics, and kind of one of the first biopics that I've come across, really, that I can think of that is actually horror related. I mean, it's not necessarily a horror movie, but I mean, just with, of course, Alfred Hitchcock, one of the horror legends. But yeah, I'm really interested in watching this. I almost did the other night again with my dad and mom. I keep bringing movies over there, and then it just gets too late, and of course, got to get to bed for work. But I'm gonna be checking this out soon. I when I found out about it, I went straight to Amazon and put it in my cart, and then I happened to come across it at Best Buy the other day, and I was really happy to see that. They had it for $20, and I price matched it with Amazon down to $15. So yeah. Anyways, looking forward to checking this movie out. Of course, I mean, you can't go wrong with Anthony Hopkins playing Alfred Hitchcock. I mean, I'm really excited about it. Can't wait to check it out. So, all right, next up here we got the Tango and Cash Blu-ray, $7.49, Half Price Books. Another movie sitting in my Amazon cart for a while. Most movies that I put in my Amazon cart, if I tend to come across them when I'm out shopping, I usually will grab them, jump on them. This is definitely one of my top favorite Stallone films, right up there with like Rocky, Over the Top. This has always been one of my favorites. Him and Kurt Russell are just awesome in this movie. Great pair, great action flick. And I've already watched it. Looks really good on Blu-ray. I had this movie on DVD in one of those little combo packs with Cobra. So I don't like doing that. I don't like having a movie on Blu-ray that is in a combo pack with one of my DVDs. I've been wanting to buy Neverending Story on Blu-ray, and I have it in a combo pack with Neverending Story 2. So it's like I've been kind of holding off on buying the Blu-ray of the first one, but I really want to get it. So hopefully I can find the second one on Blu-ray. But I don't even know if they make that on Blu-ray, the second one, because I always liked the first two and never really liked the other ones. But anyway, so yeah, so now what it means is I went into Amazon through Cobra and they're on Blu-ray. So another favorite of mine, but I still own Cobra. But yeah, Tango and Cash, great movie. Happy to have this on Blu-ray. Okay, so next up here is The Usual Suspects. Now, I don't really know a lot about this movie. It's got a pretty sweet cast, if you can see there. Now, I mean, I've heard of the movie before, obviously, but I don't know a lot about it. It sounds pretty good. I have it because I got it from work the other day, and we're having a contest at work, and they... we have some movies that we can choose from if we win these, like sales contests. And they didn't really have much to choose from. They had like this and like Milk and like Mud. And not really interested in those movies. And I mean, this looked kind of cool, kind of like a gangster movie or something. I read the back. It sounds kind of cool. I'll probably watch this soon. But like I said, free. It didn't cost anything. Just won it at work. And definitely, the best title I could find that they had there on Blu-ray, so I just, snagged it. But yeah, I'll check this out soon. I'm sure it's good. I mean, it looks pretty sweet. So. Okay, next up, last title in my A to Z, Elvis and Nixon with Michael Shannon and Kevin Spacey. This movie, I want to talk about this for a second. This movie was absolutely fantastic. I really, really enjoyed this movie. The performances were just awesome. Kevin Spacey, of course, as Nixon, I knew would do a great job. I've seen his impersonations of Nixon on TV and some YouTube videos. Michael Shannon, I was a little iffy about it. Now, my opinion on him as Elvis, doesn't look like him, doesn't sound like him, but he definitely had I don't know what you want to say, like the persona, the movements down of Elvis. I thought he did a fantastic job. This movie, of course, is about the notorious meeting between Elvis and Nixon when Elvis got to actually go into the White House, into the Oval Office and meet Nixon. Definitely a one-of-a-kind, rare type of event that took place, because obviously, you can't just go into the White House and go into the Oval Office and meet the president unless you're Elvis friggin' Presley. And it kind of, the whole movie is based around that. It's not like a life story in Elvis or anything. But there's no origin story, nothing like that. It's just, it primarily focuses on the meeting between these two, and it is so funny and so cool. And I mean, just to kind of see it in person, kind of how the whole thing went down, and from stories that I've been told by my uncles and things that I've read online and stories I've been told by my dad. I mean, from what they have told me about this particular event, the movie's got it spot on. The way, every little detail about it. And it's just such a cool movie. The way it all unfolds, especially just like the climax of the movie when they finally meet. And of course, that notorious picture that they took together that is doesn't really exist anywhere. But anyways, so that's enough said about the movie. Check this movie out. Especially if you're a fan of Elvis, for sure. But it is just such a cool part of our history turned into a movie. Some of you may not agree. Some of you may think it's a stupid idea for a movie, but I really enjoyed it. I was very pleasantly surprised. I didn't think it was going to be that good, but I really wanted to watch it because the trailer looked good and it sounded cool. And like I said, I've heard this story for so many years by my uncles and my dad, and to see it actually take place in a film. But like I said, great performances by Kevin Spacey and Michael Shannon. Johnny Knoxville's in here. He's got kind of a small part. But yeah, it's a really good movie. I highly recommend this movie. Highly, highly recommend it. Check this movie out. Okie dokie. So we're going to get into my DC Marvel titles now. Starting out, of course, with the Batman v Superman, which I picked up a few weeks ago, if you guys remember from my Blu Ray shopping video. And if you remember, as I told you guys, I went with the Target exclusive thick digibook lenticular cover. I seen that they have Target actually had an exclusive of Man of Steel the exact same way, one of these thick digibook. And I'm thinking about getting that. They're not. I think I found it for like $15 online, so not too expensive. But this is a really cool set. This, of course, most of the editions that got released that day were the Ultimate Edition, with 30 additional minutes, making the movie an rating. I love what DC's doing with the whole DC universe. We've been watching all the Marvel movies for the last 8 years or something, and we all the Avengers and that whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I love. It's cool to finally see DC doing their thing now. And so far, they've released Man of Steel, one of the best Superman movies ever, in my opinion. This movie, I was a little unsure about it when I first seen it in the theaters. I didn't really know what to think about it. I did know, however, I love Ben Affleck as Batman. Maybe a lot of people disagree with me, but I think he's the best Batman there ever was, for a lot of different reasons that I won't really get into right now. Anyway, and then of course Suicide Squad, which I just seen in theaters, absolutely loved. But yeah, anyway, so this is like the cool digibook. Of course you get Blu Ray, you get DVD, and you get this really nice colored booklet with a bunch of cool goodies in here. But yeah, just a really cool set. I really am thinking about getting that Man of Steel one too. But yeah, I'm happy I picked up this particular edition of this movie, and I watched the Ultimate Edition. Friggin' awesome. So all right, next up we got Captain America, the 90 edition, 1990 I believe it was when it came out. If you guys remember in my shopping video, I was talking about this. I was going to pick it up, and definitely did. Definitely had to. It looks kind of cool. I mean, I think it was like basically the first Captain America movie we ever saw. Real big movie. I read about it a little bit. I think it got a small theater release. Can't exactly remember. I didn't really find much about it, but it's a movie I wanted to get. I mean, collecting all the DC Marvel films, and this was in my Amazon cart for a while, and I seen it at Target. I was kind of surprised to see it there. It was kind of cool. I've been really wanting to order it, and found out they're pretty cheap, like $10. So I'm definitely going to be checking this out soon. I haven't watched it yet. Looks kind of cool. Steve Rogers, Captain America, is played by Matt Salinger. The name kind of sounds familiar to me, but anyways, it's got Red Skull in here. 1990, yeah, it came out in 90. So yeah, kind of like I said, kind of one of the first Captain America movies ever to come out. So I'm excited to watch this, and happy to have it. All right, so to finish out this video now, we're going to end it with my a couple new TV series I picked up for DC. Now, I've really, I've talked about it for a while, about wanting to collect the, all the new, DC and Marvel TV shows that have been putting out. Marvel pretty much has been pretty exclusive to Netflix, which I'm pretty bummed out about. I'm hoping at some point they get released to Blu Ray, like Daredevil, a couple other ones. DC, of course, have been putting a lot out on Blu Ray, which I'm happy about. I've been talking about collecting these for a while, wasn't too sure about it. And I decided to go ahead and go for it. I actually seen all these in a really cheap price the other day, finally. These movies, not that often do they go cheap. And they always kind of sit in the $30 to $40 range. I finally found most of these the other day, pretty cheap. I think this one was $15. Like I said, they do that every once in a while, and I definitely snagged it. I almost bought Arrow 1, 2, and 3, season 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to get it at some point. They were all really cheap too. I think season 1 was like $10, and then the other two were $15. I wanted to grab them. I just didn't quite have enough cash on me, and I'm hoping the price stays around for payday this weekend, because I'd really like to pick those up. All the seasons of Arrow. Flash, of course, Flash and Arrow are both getting another release coming out soon. Flash season 2 comes out, I believe, next month, and as well as Arrow season 4. But anyway, so I picked this up, finally got this, The Flash, the complete first season. I haven't watched any of these TV shows. If you guys remember, a couple months ago I showed you guys I got Gotham season 1. It was kind of like one of the first TV shows I bought, other than those Marvel ones. Still haven't watched it yet. Like I said, TV series, they're so time consuming, other than just throwing a quick movie in. So I really need some time to sit down and start, to begin these TV shows. I think I'm going to start with Gotham. But I'm happy to have this now. I'm definitely going to start collecting all these now. Today, DC Legends of Tomorrow season 1 was released. I'm gonna pick that one up. That one looks really cool. But I'm gonna start collecting as many DC and Marvel Blu-rays and DVDs that I can. You know, I'm gonna try to go for a lot of the older stuff, Wonder Woman, Hulk, and things. You know, I'm gonna try to get as much as I can. I just recently picked up the old Flash TV series. If you guys remember that from the 90s, I loved that as a kid, and I got the complete series on DVD, so it's kind of cool to come across that the other day. But anyway, so Flash season 1, happy to have this. Hopefully soon I'll start diving into all these TV shows and getting into them, but I definitely wanted to start collecting them, and I'm happy I got this one now, and happy to start collecting them all. So okay, so next here we got Supergirl, the complete first season. This I think was last week, if I recall. I think it just came out, and it looks cool. A lot of the reviews I hear about is that it's more kiddish, so I'm not too sure about that. But it's a brand new series. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I'm really happy to have picked this up. This one, of course, just came out, so it was kind of spendier. However, I did have a $10 gift card to Best Buy, so, and then I price matched it with Amazon. I got a couple bucks off. I think the price was $40 at Best Buy, so with my gift card, brought it down to $30, and then I think I got it down to about about $4 off with the Amazon price match. So $26, not too bad for the day of the release when I picked it up. But yeah, so excited to get started on this as well. I know my girlfriend is as well. But yeah, Supergirl first season. Happy to own it. All right, everybody. So that takes us to the last item in this Blu-ray update. Of course, Gotham second season just came out on Blu-ray. I mean, the last 2 weeks we got Supergirl and Gotham season 2. I can't remember which was which. I think Supergirl may have been last week and Gotham the week before. I can't remember if I have that right. But anyway, as you all know, I own the first season of this, so I had to get the second season. I've heard a lot of good stuff about the second season, so I'm really excited. I'm definitely going to start watching Gotham very, very soon, starting with season 1, of course, so I can get started on this. Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited to watch this show pretty much more than anything, because this just looks the coolest, to see all the villains young and you know, just all the characters really young, you know. So, but I'm happy that this finally came out. This one I paid a good chunk for it, like about $37, but I had to get it. You know, it's just, I was excited that it was coming out, and finally got it. So gonna get started on these very, very soon. So yeah, definitely will have to let you guys know down the line what I thought of them after I get them all watched. So yeah, cool. All right, everybody, that about does it for my latest Blu-ray update. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Of course, give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought of the titles I checked out, and just anything else. I know my channel's still fairly new, don't have a lot of subscribers. Those who have subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. I think we got up to 61, so I'm getting there slowly but surely. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching my videos. Leave me a comment. I like seeing comments. If you guys have any questions about any of my collections, anything Blu-ray horror related, let me know. I'd love to talk to you guys, through the comments. But anyways, I know it's been a while since my last update. I figure it's about time to, throw it up. And keep an eye out. I'm definitely going to be putting up my couple more top 10 videos coming out soon this week. I think the next one I'm going to do is my top 10 horror films, and then top 10 horror franchises, and then I think top 10 favorite superhero movies. So, anyways, thanks again, everybody, for watching this video. Like I said, drop a comment below, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.